Attention, everybody. The views and opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group, and or their affiliate and subordinate ministries and or nonprofits. Today's topic, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food? What do we got to be thankful for? Let's find out. Good morning! Coming to you live from Acts Media Group headquarters here in the beautiful Springfield, Missouri. It's The Morning Drive with Matt and Jay, with your hosts, Matt and Jay. And again, no one else today. Beautiful day in the Ozarks. Nothing short of a miracle. It's the way you pull my heart to you. I am yours forevermore. You have closed the door. Who I was before, and I see for the first time all I'm meant to be. And I feel all the love you give through the nails you took for me. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
We're glad to have everybody on board with us today.
Glad to have you with us.
So what we want you to do is just sit back, relax, and enjoy the soft, sweet sounds of the night, even though it's daytime.
Yes.
Today's topic is, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food? Be sure and let us know. Right here.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. I'm being weird.
Did you hit your head this morning?
Really hard, Jay. Really hard. So my new bed is like 5 feet off the ground, I think.
Yeah.
To like hop up on it. So it's like, oh man. And I got to get a mattress pad for it. You know, a memory foam mattress pad because it's like laying on a slab of rock with a little give.
Hey, Steve McAllister. How's it
Steve-O Mickey Mac.
So you have a new tall bed that you don't want to fall off of.
Nope. You don't want to fall off of.
No jumping on the bed, monkey.
Yeah, I remember those. Those were nursery rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
Those 10 little monkeys jumping on a bed. One fell off and broke his head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said,
"No more monkeys jumping on the bed."
That's one of those.
9 little monkeys jumping on the bed. So
remember that one? 9 people in the bed, and the little one said, "I'm crowded. Roll over."
No. I remember being on the. I remember the real life truth to those little nursery rhymes is that every day the bus driver would have a berserk, trying to get us all to settle down and not be absolutely out of our minds.
Yeah.
And out of control. There was fights on the bus. You know, people walking around while the bus was moving, throwing stuff out the windows. Smoking in the back of the bus.
Mooning people.
Did
you ever do that?
No.
I never actually did that.
I was always car sick.
You were always the one sitting there going...
Yeah, and then the worst behaved person on the bus. I was always the one that was
like drooling on the window asleep.
The worst behaved person on the bus was who they sit me with. Her name was Carrie. And it turned and in fact she's like a close friend to my family. She was the biggest person in the school.
Yeah.
Tough, mean. You didn't mess with her. And I guess, I don't know why they set me next to her. Maybe because she kind of was my protector and I was a little kid.
Yeah.
But I was strong. I was the arm wrestling champion.
Of the world?
Of the bus.
Oh. So your world.
Of my weight class, like of the kids in my class, and there were some big kids in my class, and I could beat them too, which was was shocking to myself. You know, I guess I saw something about arm wrestling and was challenging people, and so I challenged like 10 people, beat them all. One of them was a kid that was quite a bit bigger than me in my class.
Yeah,
Brenton. My nemesis.
There was when I was in first grade, there was this third grader that kept picking on my brother and I. And my brother crawled under the seat and held onto this kid's legs Well, I jumped up in front of him and started punching him in the face.
Yeah.
And he started crying.
Why?
So I got called to the principal's office.
Right.
Him and I both. They made us hug, Jay. Hug. He apologized. I apologized.
It's communism all over again.
It is, albeit grudgingly apologized to this kid because he was being mean to us. You know, he was mean every day. Finally, we got tired of it.
Hey, don't start nothing. There won't
And
be
then I'm like,
nothing.
Michael, crawl under there and grab his feet and hold him down so he can't get away. And he did. He pulled his feet back so his face came forward right into my fist. And I'm like, bam, bam, bam. I hit him 3 times. He never messed with us again after that.
I bet not. Well, you know, that's not a wise thing to do, mess with multiples.
Yeah.
You can't fight 2 people.
You know, they make it
just
look
a bad idea.
Yeah, unless you're Jason Statham or, you know, Chuck Norris.
Choreographed.
Chuck
and
Norris
with
never
people
actually fought.
With people who understand they're supposed to lose, maybe.
Now, Chuck Norris never, in his movies, is more realistic because he never fought somebody hand-to-hand more than one person at a time.
Well, because he knew that's not how it works.
Right. Now, when he had the
It's fake.
Now, when he had the 60 millimeter like minigun in his hand, and he came up out of the water, and they played it in slow motion. Now he would fight multiple people with guns.
The problem with those ideas is the human body can take so much.
Yeah.
And you never know until the situation. So if you have multiple people, it's very likely that one of those people are very difficult to concuss, and that one of them is probably going to be one of those people who, when you concuss them, when you hit them so hard in the head that
We're
their brain
totally off
bounces
topic,
around,
aren't we?
when you hit them so hard in the head that their brain bounces around in there, they go into survival mode. And there's fight, flight, and freeze. And it turns out they're a fight. And so then they're on autopilot, and you can't hurt them.
Yeah.
The only thing you can do is make their heart stop. And that's a very, you know, they show this in the movies where people just, and then pull a heart out.
Yeah.
No.
It's not like that.
All of that soft tissue and connective tissue
You might have noticed that we're
that's
pretty
in
durable.
the body is we're pretty durable. And so fighting multiple people, even if you're an expert fighter, is such a dangerous proposition if they actually are fighters.
So we've got our first. Steve McAllister says his favorite food. Back on topic here.
Yes. Because we have topics.
It's cranberry sauce, which ironically is probably what the brain looks like when it's dribbling out of your ear. Anyways, just that's horrible.
I've never bled out the ear yet.
No.
Thank God. That's major.
I bled out of the nose one time, and that's whenever
If you bleed out
my
of your
son
ear from
shoved
a
his
concussion,
thumb up my nose, and
you're
it
in
fit
trouble.
up in my nostril just perfectly, and it didn't hurt. I mean, I just started bleeding like a stuck pig.
Yeah.
And he was just like, just right up my nose. It was accidental.
Steve fixed cranberry sauce. He knew that wouldn't change the subject.
No. And,
I've had a lot of blood come out my nose and my face.
you know, and, okay, so, and pumpkin pie, obviously, amazing pumpkin pie, all of which I can't really have any of. If I do, it's like one bite.
Love pumpkin pie.
Oh, yeah, but you got to have.
Squash pie, too.
You got to have whipped cream, though.
I don't gotta.
I gotta have whipped cream.
It's good with it, though.
I gotta have whipped cream. If I'm gonna have pumpkin pie,
You can't eat pumpkin pie without the whipped cream?
I mean, I can.
You can't just take a cold slice from the day after?
I mean, I do.
And eat it like a pizza
I like to
slice?
take that and then put it between 2 pieces of bread with turkey and cranberry sauce.
Oh,
and just
my
smush
goodness.
the whole thing together. And it's like a Thanksgiving dinner. Just, I should put it in a dehydrator and try to make Thanksgiving jerky. So after Dad had passed away.
We go too far.
After Dad had passed away, we were looking for something, and we opened up this door, and the dehydrator
Was still
going
on.
with super hot peppers in it.
Oh.
So I'm going to make a hot powder with it called Dad's Dying Breath.
That is a good one.
Yeah. I'm
That's
a
got to
namer.
be marketed.
I'm good at naming.
Girl, it
people.
works like the hot stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got to get those peppers finished
Stuffing
dehydrated.
with gravy on it and cranberries are blah. So you don't like
What?
cranberries?
Oh, I
now,
love it.
Our cousin, Jennifer, makes her own cranberry sauce.
Yes.
And she saves the skins.
Yes.
After she smushes it all out and gets the juice out and makes the cranberry
Because
sauce.
they're still good, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
she saves the skins and cans them.
They don't belong in
jars.
there, but they belong in jars.
They belong on toast is what they do.
Toast.
I remember she gave me what was left over of that the cranberry skins for
Can
Christmas
you
that
imagine
year.
what a selfless commitment to squeeze all those cranberries out of those skins.
Yeah.
To
Well,
make
you know what happened?
massive amounts of this stuff for
You know
everybody.
what happened whenever the grape got stepped on? You know what it said?
Uh-uh.
Nothing. It just let out a little whine. Yeah.
A little wine.
You know what the strawberry said to the blueberry?
No.
Breathe! We're talking about Thanksgiving food and everything there in a...
I can't pick. I like the meal. I like when people get together and make something for each other. And I don't do it like I should. I go and I partake and enjoy of all of it and don't usually bring anything but myself, which is...
Right, and your appetite.
And my appetite. But the stuff that they make, like Marsha is a phenomenal person, the way she does a meal. And there's so many. So the table is twice this size, full of desserts. Holiday desserts.
Yeah.
And
like a pound cake
made
roll,
so
like
well.
a giant Swiss roll with strawberry jam and whipped topping, rolled up into.
I never get any of it.
sheet
It's always
cake,
gone before
pound
I
cake.
even get any.
The cheese balls, love cheese balls.
I can't. No, it's not gone before I can eat it. It's just that I'm so full of all the other stuff before I get to it because of all my favorites. There's like every favorite that you have.
Our buddy Kevin, made a Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
And made sure after Dad passed away, he brought out a whole bunch.
Yes.
And that turkey was so moist.
Oh,
my mouth was watering thinking about it.
It was so good.
I mean, I can't eat very much of it, but I had a little bit of the stuffing, and the stuffing was amazing. Sage stuffing. Sage stuffing. Now, that may sound gross to some of you, but it was delicious.
Yes. I like those kinds of meals where you can't try everything because it won't fit on the plate. So you have to go back for a big second.
You came in and you had a plate, and it was literally rounded, like mounded up with stuff.
Oh, it was so good. And then I went back for seconds because there was stuff I didn't try that I had to eat.
Steve Schultz says,
so
put
good.
them in fruitcake. I don't like fruitcake.
But you know some new things. Green bean casseroles, not something that was around when I was young.
What?
No, that's a new thing.
That's always been around. That's always been my favorite.
Well, because you're such a baby. You're the baby of the family.
I am the baby of
You're one of the babies.
I'm kind of like a baby.
But it didn't used to be a thing. Green beans.
Baby.
Just fresh green beans was.
The other white meat.
Are you listening?
Yes.
Good impression.
Baby, it's what's for dinner. Sorry, go ahead.
Right, and so we'd have carrots. We'd have sweet potatoes. Well,
Which are related.
No, the sweet potato, what's that? I don't know what they call it. With the marshmallow?
Candied yams.
Candied yams.
Yuck.
That's something I never had growing up. It's new
There were
to
some
me.
of those.
But
How
that's
were
a
those?
tradition here in the Ozarks.
How did you like the candied yams? Did you get some of those?
I love them.
Were they good? Because Kevin's niece actually made them and then left.
Did. What?
She brought the stuff to make them, made it, and left. She didn't even eat anything. She had other stuff she had to do. But
poor thing.
Now there was a
family and family.
Yeah.
People that love you, even when you're an idiot, are so valuable because let's face it, there's times when you're just a blockhead.
Okay, and so also,
and everybody else is like,
I will point this out, and this is a fact. This has to be a fact. If you don't know, everybody has that one crazy person in their family. And if you don't know who that person is, it's probably you.
Well, in my family, it's most of the people.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember going to your mom's house when I was a kid.
And you're pretty well aware that it's you, too.
Her and Uncle Billy arguing over the thermostat and how hot it was. This is not your house, I don't care. It's freaking hot in here.
Yeah, he's burning up. Put some clothes on, Mom. He's our guest.
Yeah.
Love Uncle Billy.
Yeah.
Uncle Billy and Uncle Bruce are two of my... They're my two favorite people. When I was growing up, whole life...
They're so funny together.
It's just unbelievable.
Hey, Bill, how much time on that Pontiac? I don't freaking know, Bruce. I had just got started. That was the PG version.
Well, he was joking around kind of because it's funny how customers are. They drop the car off in the morning for to get the crankshaft.
Yeah.
Machined.
Then they call in the afternoon. Like, is that done yet?
Yeah.
No, it'll probably.
And so a lot of times he was probably like, "Hey, Bruce, when's the Pontiac going to be done?"
Call us back about this time next week, and we'll tell you how far we've got till we're finished.
Right, because these parts are at the machine shop right now.
Yeah. Well,
Well, we're trying to get to the parts to send
what a
them
wonderful.
to the machine
Okay,
shop.
so we all right. We've taken to calling this up here the shop, because this is where we go. We talk. We have a good time. And the shop is a place where everybody went. That everybody felt welcome there.
Yes, and I see part of my problem there at the shop was, and they
You sat down. And you were
they
talking
had
politics.
such fun with it.
Yeah.
Because so I'm like, okay, so my engine is going tick, 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 tick. It's making a noise.
I love.
Can I put this motor honey in there? Will that fix it? It's like, no, that
I never
won't
did it
fix
till you plugged my tire.
Yeah. So you think all these additives that promise all this stuff is going to fix your car, and it doesn't. It might give you a couple more days.
Right. Yeah. Like Dad
when everything in your engine is rattling around inside, there's no additive that's going to fix it.
No. And
But
Dad,
I was that guy. I believed in all the miracle promises of all that stuff on the shelf.
So Dad's had people come in before with that did an oil change themselves. Right. And and put in lower weight oil.
Oh, right. Oh yeah.
Like really thin oil compared
And
to
wondering why their engine's making a different noise.
Why it sounds like it's broken.
That's because
and Dad says, "How? When was the last time you did an oil change?" Oh, about a year or so ago. But I've been adding oil to it. When it gets low, I add oil to it. That's the same, right? And Dad said, No, it gums up. And then when you add oil to it, that just liquefies the gum, and it just keeps getting gummier and gummier. So whenever they did a flush type of deal on it, where they completely cleared it out and then put in this
heavyweight oil.
They had to put heavyweight oil back in it.
Yeah, but you don't change your oil for a year, even if it never gets below the low limit, and you just keep adding oil. Your engine is done.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not recoverable. I mean, you can drive it until it actually just dies, but
I've done that a couple times.
Your bearings are not going to just heal.
And it's the rings as well.
Bearings, rings.
Okay, so after Dad died, I wasn't really thinking about checking my oil.
The rocker arms for your valves are all got worn in them. Yeah.
It's like, what's that?
And you can't, there's no miracle additive that's going to make a valve stem new again.
Right.
The only thing that does that is a new valve.
Yes. And so oftentimes a new motor. Now, my biological mother, when I was a kid, I was really ornery. Mom always got paranoid if she heard something out of the ordinary in her car. She'd stop and go, "Do you guys hear that?" So,
right.
Here's me, this little kid in the back seat. I had the foreknowledge, and the wisdom to understand that the faster you go, the faster the noise is.
Yeah.
So when she would start speeding up, I'd start hitting on the door back there, and the faster she went, the faster I went with it, and she'd stop and go, "Do you hear that?" And I would just be like, "What are you talking about?" And then she would do it again. It's just, there's something wrong with this car. She got mad when she found out it was me, but
I bet the car got the oil the way it needed.
Well, we thought it was hilarious.
It's pretty funny.
We were terrible kids.
You were terrible kids.
I'm still, some people would say I'm a terrible adult sometimes.
I love stuffing. Stuffing is something I don't do. Now, turkey sometimes I have throughout the year, occasionally.
Yeah, we call it turkey butt bread.
But stuffing is something I rarely have.
We need to make the whoops bread.
I love.
Well, stuffing. I can't have any of it, but man, it'd be good for you to make some of your whoops bread.
Oh, yeah, that was great. That was good.
We call it whoops bread now, and forever will be known henceforth as whoops bread.
Yeah.
Because Jay came in, he unloaded the bags of groceries that he had, and, he had those frozen rolls that you got to let rise before you bake them, right?
Right.
Well, he forgot to take that out of the bag, and it just sat there. So, in doing
it sat there on top of the dryer.
Yes. For what? A day or two?
It was a day.
It was yeah. And I
got it in the morning, and I went to work, and I came home from work, and
it was he opened he
the bag was about to explode.
It was about to explode. And
let's just say the bag was not in its original size.
Right. It was about to explode, literally, and it was
Literally,
like that.
it was.
And
yeah.
while I was at work, you
I just took the whole thing and baked it.
you cut it in half.
Cut it in half.
And then you baked it as loaves of bread.
And
it was so good.
It was so good.
Like chewy, sweety, malty, kind of just rich.
So good.
Didn't even need butter, but man,
Gooey,
with butter, forget about it.
And we ate it right up.
Oh,
like
man.
2 days. It was all gone.
It was gone.
And we're talking about when we say loaves of bread.
We're talking like
it was. I did it in pie plates.
there was enough dinner rolls
So it
there
was like
for like 2 families.
It was like 2 pie plates of bread. And there was the big pie plates, like a 9-inch pie plates, that was mounded up, and it was as tall as it was wide.
Yeah.
So it was 2 massive, dense loaves of bread.
Yes. And boy, howdy.
Oof, disappeared. And Noah was with us at the time.
Yeah. Noah was there.
Yep.
So now and forever, that will be known as.
I talked to them
Whoops,
on the phone
bread.
yesterday, Noah and Sophia.
Yeah.
I love talking to them on the phone. It's so funny. It starts with a text. He says something dumb, and then I send him a bunch of goofy faces,
Send
goofy
him.
emojis.
Okay, what you need to do is you need to send him different I've done this for the last couple years. When I see a really funny one, that whole if you look at
memes.
or pictures, memes and pictures and videos even where people are like, oh, check this out, and then they go like that, and you look at it, they're
Right.
supposed to be able to punch you, but if they break it, they can punch you. So, but now everything like. I've been sending him random pictures of stuff like that for years.
Who?
Like
Noah?
Like, because he has no choice but to look at it. He looks at it and it's like,
It's just a hand like that.
yeah. So that's pretty funny. You got to start sending him those. He'll think that's funny.
I love him.
And
my
mashed
boys
taters and gravy. Well, I mean that's a given. Marcia
Yeah.
makes these
man.
these hash brown
turkey
casseroles.
gravy done well. Oh, it's nothing like it.
Except for ham gravy done well.
Well, yeah, but same thing though.
Yeah, I mean ham.
Potato.
No.
Well,
no.
potato tomato.
One is sweet and salty.
Potato tomato.
Especially if you use the juices that has that has where you had baked it with the pineapple on it, and then you use that juice that's in the bottom, that sweet and salty stuff, and then you add cornstarch to it. I never had.
And you gotta have it on everything too.
Oh yeah, it goes on everything.
It goes on everything.
Like
except maybe the pie, but it would work on the pie.
It would work. It would definitely work on pie.
I'm telling you right now, a piece of pumpkin pie smothered in gravy, delicious.
My artery just clogged a little bit.
I
thinking about that.
I never get a new plate when I put the pie on there.
No,
It's going right in all the mush.
Yeah, Grandpa, he wouldn't even be done with his food and put the pie on top of it, and he'd sit there and just eat it.
Yeah, it's
like,
good.
okay, that's a little weird.
Isn't it amazing? How do they find all the stuff that goes so good together?
Well, see, like me, I can imagine what flavors taste like mixed.
Right.
And
you're right about it?
Yes. Yes. That's one of the things I used to love to do is create different foods.
Right.
No, I'm a little off sometimes.
Yeah, a little bit sometimes. You like a lot more smoke on your smoked stuff than I like.
Yeah. I've been told that once or twice.
Yeah, you love the smoke.
Like my mom, like I have to make like something separate for her. And I wrap it up way earlier.
Right.
In the smoker because like smoke has a tendency of giving people heartburn.
Right, because it's hardwood smoke.
Yeah, gastrointestinal issues.
Yeah.
Like bad farts and stuff, and you name it. So, but I do like a lot of smoke in mine.
I like it unwrapped after it's done,
I love
just enough to glaze the skin.
Sweet and savory
or before,
meat.
I'm not sure
is
when
my
you do it.
favorite. Sweet and savory meat with smoke flavoring.
I like meat. I like it sweet and savory. I like it salty. I like it sweet. I like it however you do it. I like meat, except for too much smoke. You can over-season meat, too.
Rebecca Cox says,
too
ew! Larry says, maybe when you get in the new building, you can do cooking shows. That's true.
We want to do that. We want to have one of the studios to be a kitchen.
Yeah.
For cooking shows.
Yeah. We can get some GoPros and put them up everywhere.
Which brings me to the number one thing you can do to help us is to like and share these videos, especially by name. If you know somebody that would enjoy the show, share it with them personally. You can do that right now while you're watching. On the bottom, there's a share button to the left on the bottom, and then it brings up the list of your friends.
Yep.
If you have a friend you'd like to invite to watch the show or any of our
Please
shows
do.
that we do here on Axe.
Most of the people in my watch party, that's because I invite them.
Now, with the COVID, and we've had a problem there, we were closed down for a while, and we want you to know that our motive, what we want to do is have 24-hour live programming around the clock, something that is wholesome, Christian-friendly programming around the clock for all age groups.
Also, if you ever come up here to the studio and are going to be on the show, if you're not back here behind the desk, you're wearing a mask.
Yeah, wearing a mask.
And you're using hand sanitizer, and you're spraying the doorknobs before and after you touch it.
Yep.
You know, because we do not want to be responsible for sending this home to somebody, and them
and
possibly
you don't
dying.
know where you get it. It's invisible.
Yeah.
You can't tell where you picked it up.
Right.
It's just all of a sudden you're sick.
The
And
new
it is
building
very
is
dangerous
over
to some.
on the northwest side of town, just on the outskirts. We're going to a much bigger building, so that's exciting. That is exciting. We still got to work out the logistics and how to separate all three studios. That we think there's going to be 3 studios.
Yeah,
And then
I'd like
have
to
a
see
centralized
4. I'd like
control.
to be able to use the whole
Yeah, centralized control area.
video thing.
Yeah, so that way, we're not moving.
Which is
stuff
remote
everywhere.
controllable, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you can get repeaters.
You can get an app on your phone to control the video controller.
Yes.
So anybody can control different camera angles.
Yeah.
I wonder how we'll do that.
Well, we're gonna have to see the building first, but we will. We'll get it figured out. You and I, man, we put our heads together. We're unstoppable.
We'll have to have a splitter on each camera input that sends each of the HDMI channels to all 4 of them to each studio, so that you could use all 4 cameras in each studio. So if a person needs to use 2 cameras, they have to have access to them. So we'd have to split each input 4 ways so we can send each input to every studio.
Right.
Except
So we're gonna
in
need
those
more
where it's-
cameras.
No, because you can transfer the camera to wherever you're using it live,
That's true.
but you can't transfer the wire
That's true.
because it's going to be up, and you can't have wires running back and forth all through a studio. So we're going to have to figure that out, and that's expensive.
Yeah, but we'll get her done. See, Steve says, unfortunate, I will not be able to taste Thanksgiving for the first time ever. It can be burned, and I wouldn't taste it. Laugh out loud. Okay, so yeah, due to COVID-19, now I've got my taste back, and most of my smell back.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Because you tested positive.
I did test positive. That's why I wasn't here. I wasn't here in the building for 2 weeks.
Thanksgiving doesn't have to be just on Thanksgiving. Traditionally, it's a Thanksgiving dinner on Thanksgiving Day.
It's the season.
But to have a traditional Thanksgiving meal, you can have it any time.
Right.
And I recommend you do.
Yeah.
I used to have 2 or 3 of them a year.
Yeah.
For people that weren't in the family who didn't have families themselves, who
Yeah.
weren't having dinners. And I would say, hey, well, why don't you come to my house?
Yeah.
And
I think we should. I think we should do one. Well, tomorrow night.
at the house.
Yeah.
Well,
Like a
I'm going to be
housewarming
full
type of
because
deal.
my nephew is bringing me a meal at work.
Oh yeah. I've seen pictures of it. I was in quarantine whenever they went
Maybe
and
we
looked
could
at
do it Saturday.
Yeah. Wait, what were
Saturday or Sunday. You don't work Saturday. You have Friday.
I do work Saturday.
You have Thursday and Friday off?
Yep.
So you have tomorrow and Friday off.
Yep.
But you don't have to be off.
No. I'm always a little off.
But we could also do it. You know, it wouldn't hurt to have more time, so we could do it the next weekend.
Yeah.
Whatever next weekend
Well,
you have off.
I'll be
is.
going to Oklahoma in a couple weekends.
Oh. So we'll have to do it
But I'll be back
before that.
Saturday evening.
We could do it Saturday evening or Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday's a good day because I usually don't plan anything for Sunday. And if somebody tries to plan something for me, I say no.
Keep my Sabbath.
Yeah. I tried to.
Yeah. I mean, It doesn't
Remember the
say
Sabbath to
specifically
keep
it
it
has to be a
holy.
Sunday. You can
The
you
Sabbath.
can you can remember a certain day every week and it be your Sabbath.
Okay,
Don't you
so
think?
there's a Jewish holiday Sabbath which has been kept for thousands of years that is always on the same day, and they know the right day,
Yeah,
and it has not been moved or lost.
that's good.
And we could find out easily. But remembering the Sabbath and keeping it holy is important.
Yeah,
And it's not as important to me as it should be.
absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So back on at it. So Sam Nobles, are you still there? I hope you are. Let me see. No, he's not on there anymore. But we've got Uncle Ray, welcome, Brenda Lane, David Holland, Larry Milton, and Matt Pearson on my watch party.
The new building is beautiful. It's so big.
Oh yeah.
And it's a beautiful, well-done 70s style building brick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very nice.
I'm so tired.
It's going to be great. It's going to be big.
I can't remember.
There's
I had
a kitchen.
20
I can't-
days out of work, and man, I'm tired.
I'm really more excited for. You know what? The good thing is about this is that we may be able to produce sitcoms or some kind of an actual acting type.
Like an open mic night or something.
No,
You know,
I
where
mean
people
something
watch
where we
and
act
somebody
out a
does comedy.
story,
Oh, yeah,
like a
yeah.
scripted story.
Yeah, we'd have to hire writers for that. If you guys got ideas, hit me up.
Yeah.
HMU, just saying.
Well, it would have to be developed. We'd have to recruit actors who can work for free, which is mostly what they do anyway.
Jonathan Kurtzman says, I had mine on the 14th, smoked a 20-pound turkey. I love smoking turkey.
Yeah, where's this turkey, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Yo, hey,
What's
bro.
up?
Look, we're right here, man. We're right here. Turkeyless.
I love smokers.
Me too. I like the big turkeys. The bigger, the better.
Yeah.
Or 2 small ones. But I like a lot.
Or even better, 3 small ones.
I like leftovers.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta
Turkey-
have 'em.
Turkey sandwiches.
Man.
Those are my favorite. And you don't need anything
Turkey and
fancy.
mayonnaise.
Turkey, mayonnaise,
And
salt, and
bread.
pepper.
The
Boom.
bread can even be falling apart.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it hanging through your fingers
It
and
does,
everything.
and it does.
And it's okay for that.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And the mayonnaise, you just get it all over the place.
Oh,
All over
yeah.
the place. It's so good.
I'm just saying.
And it doesn't have
Stock
to be
meat, white meat, doesn't matter.
Not hot turkey either. It can be cold.
It can be cold. You don't have
better
to
cold.
heat that.
Yeah. It just
Oh, man.
and not some of this
The rolls.
Cool Whip or cool what do they call
Hot, fresh rolls. Love those.
them? Oh yeah, Hawaiian rolls.
With the ones with the crispy outside, if it's just crispy and
Or
it's still hot,
Flaky biscuits.
and you put the butter in it and the butter disappears.
layered biscuits.
Biscuits. I'm not a fan of the biscuits.
Oh,
I love
man.
I love biscuits, but compared to real yeast bread biscuits,
Oh yeah, yeast bread you can't go wrong with.
yeast bread rolls, hot, fresh out of the oven with the crisp top.
Oh yeah.
You know the
And when you split it
Crunch.
open and you put the butter does disappear.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah. I like to take
Love
mine,
those.
take little tears off of it and smear some mashed potatoes and gravy on it. And just,
Oh, I haven't thought of that.
Oh, my goodness.
That's happening this year.
oh my goodness. Oh. Oh.
But you can't have that.
I can't. Well, I mean, if I do, I don't know. I might take a cheat day,
Okay.
a cheat meal.
Yep.
I
We
haven't.
want you to be healthy.
I do want to be
I am
healthy.
so glad that you're in the condition that you are. I was worried about you before.
I was worried about myself.
Yeah.
You know, my hands started tingling at times.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. So
and you never want to be back there.
no.
You've come so far.
Yeah.
Not only that, you've made a difference in other people's lives. Other people have seen the effects of what you're doing, and that it's not like a starvation diet or some crazy weird diet that you can't, really can't live with.
Right.
But you're living with something good and healthy.
Yeah. I've lost 100 pounds. So.
Yeah. And so when you get to your ideal weight, Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners won't be really an issue. You can just partake.
Partake. Yeah. And I can't eat that much. My
How
stomach
much
is.
further you got to go? Is it 50 pounds?
No.
How many more pounds you want to go?
No. 15.
You've got 15 more. That was your target weight?
Mm-hmm.
220?
215.
215.
I'm at 230 now.
You get to 215, and we'll do a traditional couple of dinners.
Yeah. Well, I'll only probably have like a cheat meal like once a month if I do.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's not really a cheat. What it is partaking in good food that you
just
enjoy.
keep up. Just keep up with what you're eating.
Having it.
Pay attention to what's going in your face.
So if you eat a meal
Count
that
calories.
has 8,000 calories, like Thanksgiving,
Which will not happen. I will not eat that many calories.
right? Good. But if you would you have to reduce other meals that you normally have by the same number of calories? How does that work? I don't know how that counts.
Okay, so
knowing what you're eating does.
Well,
and wouldn't you feel sick?
Yeah, of course I would. I would be sick. 8,000 calories.
I mean, I probably eat 8,000 calories in Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, no,
but
there's no way I'll be able to eat that.
You've seen my food, so you knowing all this stuff now. What would that be like that plate I have?
That's probably like 4,000 or 5,000 calories altogether, like throughout
for the
day.
one plate
throughout the day.
Throughout the day.
Yeah, because unless you're eating fast food.
And if that feeling I have after all of that is sickness, I'm okay with that.
See, I'm not anymore. No. I haven't eaten till I was stuffed in so long.
But it has a different effect on you.
Yeah. Yeah, and I can also tell now because I've been paying so much attention to what goes in my body, that I can tell what my body needs whenever I need it. There's a certain feeling in my stomach that could be considered hunger. Mm-hmm. That is actually not. It's just telling me that I need more sodium. Or more.
Is sodium one of the hardest things to keep replenished into your body?
Yeah, when you drink over a gallon of water a day. Yeah. Yeah, you
and this is appropriate, folks. We're talking about Thanksgiving meals and food, and this is a real stepping stone for a lot of people.
Turkey pot pie with the leftovers.
Oh, yes. Hey.
I make turkey salad.
Turkey pot pie, Matt. I've done this. I do this. I'm working on it. I'm developing and trying to make my turkey pot pie better because I love the carrots in there. I love the gravy. I love the
What is the scripture of the day? Larry wants to know.
Scripture of the day.
Jay is going to get to us with the scripture of the day.
I go with Bible Gateway. I recommend it to everybody. Colossians 3:17. And whatever you do or say, do it as a representative of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks through him to God the Father. Amen.
Nice. So in everything, do it for him.
Yep.
For the glory of God.
Yes, he's worthy.
In the words of Dr. Phil, it's not about you, okay?
But it is. God blesses us so much through obedience to his word and through love for him. Obeying his word out of love for him and fear. When you obey the word of God and keep his word, the closer you come to that, the more you do it, the more you impart those little things into your life and obey and believe God, the more you find out that he gave us the law because he loves us, because he made this place to work a certain way. And he gave us the law as a bounds to live good in it, in what he created for us.
Right.
The closer you come to obeying his word, the more you see your life operating well within it and good. And it's good.
Right.
And it's out of love that he gave it to us. We feel like it's a lot of people describe it as this dictatorship and this oppressive, forceful thing that he has brought down, that has come down upon us for sin. In a way, it's not what really happened. He had this set up with these rules for us to live a certain way, to honor and love him for this creation. And us,
and
for
our own benefit.
Yeah.
Like there are things like, like even ceremonial washing and things like that. That's all for our own good.
Yeah.
Like all the law, it's not because he just wants to make us do what he wants us to do. It's he wants us to be healthy.
Yeah.
He wants us to take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
I can't think of an example.
There's a lot of examples. I know that there's some pretty tough examples about women in the Word of God and in the law, and women don't like it. And I understand that because men are sinful, believe they're always right, and blame everybody else for what goes wrong. In a way, there's this problem that's occurred where But here's
Bob Monday from Branson.
But when it talks about those rules, let me tell you something. I work at a gas station, and I've also been around sociopaths and psychopaths. And ladies, as much as you want to say you're independent, you need to be thanking all the men around you, because the reason a lot of these sociopathic, psychopathic people aren't just running around raping and pillaging all the time is because they would be confronted by men who would stand up and fight.
Yeah.
And they don't want that because it's painful and it's brutal. If a man really steps in to protect a woman from something that dangerous, somebody that dangerous, it is brutal to the extreme.
Yeah. Because men are knuckleheads.
It's just that our police and our military and men who stand up have done such a good job that we don't see it the way it is. If there weren't those things that threaten evil people would have their way with us, and it would be brutal.
Amen, Bob.
It would be brutal and terrifying, and life would be unbearable.
Now, yeah, that's it is very man. And that's like, the law with the lepers. They kicked them out of the town. It wasn't because they were being mean.
It was for quarantine.
It's for quarantine.
So that it didn't spread and everybody didn't get it. And
corn and pancakes.
Oh, you know what I like is corn and gravy and mashed potatoes mixed together.
In pancakes?
And green beans.
I love fried corn cakes.
I haven't tried corn in.
Have you ever had corn cake?
I bet that is
like
good.
Fried potato cakes.
I have. Now those are kind of tricky.
Oh, they're very tricky.
Right.
Yeah, they're very tricky.
Yeah, it comes out like paper if you do it wrong.
Or
mashed potatoes.
Like mashed potatoes.
Stuck to the pan.
Stuck straight up stuck to the pan.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Smoke too much.
We're almost out of time.
We are. It's been a very enjoyable time talking about this stuff.
Oh, wow. My tablet's about dead.
What?
Yeah. Well, I haven't plugged it in for a couple days. But I'm plugging it in now. I was using... It's really cool because the cord also works for my cell phone because they're both Samsung products. Uncle Ray said, "Gotta go make pancakes for breakfast. I'll be putting in some leftover corn." Okay, so have you ever had corn in your cornbread? Dad made this Mexican cornbread that was amazing. It's cornbread with shredded cheese and corn and a little taco seasoning and all that stuff mixed in. Oh, my God.
I have had jalapenos in cornbread, and it's good.
Jalapenos by morning.
Pickled jalapenos.
Yeah, a restaurant that you used to work for, a drive-in restaurant that's very famous and has been around for years and years and years.
They have these
jalapeno chocolate shakes
that come to your car.
And when they say jalapeno chocolate shakes, I thought fresh jalapenos diced, right?
Right.
No, pickled jalapenos.
Yeah.
Which is not as good as you think it is.
Well, a lot of people liked it. Well, we made them.
I got the slices, so they kept getting stuck in the straw.
Oh, yeah.
So they didn't chop it up right. You got to chop them up. You got to dice them, mince them.
I think that's part of their tradition, is that their shakes are so thick and full of real ingredients that you almost need a spoon to eat them. They're delicious, though.
You do
Love
actually.
them.
You do actually need a spoon to eat them.
You really do, and
they actually come with a spoon.
And it's not regrettable.
No, it's not. I mean, if you're on a
on
a healthy lifestyle plan like I am,
if I can scoop strawberries out of my shake, I'm very pleased.
Yeah. Oh, I love strawberries too.
Strawberries doused in ice cream?
Like strawberries on top of pound cake with whipped topping.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
That's strawberry shortcake.
I like the sponge cake that soaks up all the strawberry juice.
Yeah, shortcake.
Love it.
Yeah, that's like a strawberry shortcake.
Yeah. You know the little cup ones?
Yes.
I love those.
Those are little shortbread.
And the pound cake is good too. I'm not against the pound cake.
Yeah, pound cake has a really unique texture.
You know,
to it.
if I had a choice, right? So if you put the pound cake kind and the sponge cake kind in front of me, and I had to choose, I would eat them both. If I had to choose between them, I would eat them both.
I think, okay. So bundt cake is pretty good too.
Bundt cake is,
but bundt cake is actually a pound cake is made in a bundt cake pan.
Bundt cake is kind of soft, but also tough. It's kind of a weird thing you can't wrap your mind around it.
It's like
it defies.
It's got a chewy
physics.
texture to it. Like you feel like you could lay on it and sleep.
Sort
on
of
it, like a memory foam mattress, but with flavor and good texture and not as chewy.
Can you imagine sleeping on something like that?
Oh yeah, I've imagined it before. Yeah, just you wake up and half the bed's gone, and you're like 500 pounds, and you're and diabetic.
Cranberry sauce, yeah, it's good.
Cranberry sauce is good.
I like the jelly.
I love
without the cranberries.
Right? Yeah, me too. The canned cranberry sauce. That was one of my favorite things when I was a kid. My mouth is watering just thinking about it because it's tangy and sweet,
and it gets kind of into your plate.
Yeah,
and you get a little bit of it here and there without, you know.
Yeah, I like sweet and tangy mixed with. I like weird combinations like that.
I love peas, corn, green
grape
beans,
juice
carrots.
And cheese. Grape juice and cheese.
Also, all good Thanksgiving stuff.
Like,
see, we had real traditional dinner in the basic kind. So we always had carrots that we cut up ourselves. Green beans that we snapped and cut up ourselves.
That's good.
We had stuffing from a box, but Aunt Flo used to make.
You know what's really funny?
Real stuffing.
The way the microphone is on you, it looks like a clown nose. Because it's like, you're talking to me like this.
Yeah, sometimes.
I'm just sorry. I'm so sorry. It just looked like a
what are you trying to say?
It just looked like a clown nose.
You calling me a clown?
Like, do you see what I'm talking about? How it looks.
I do see that.
It's pretty funny. It actually.
If it was red,
really
we should
funny.
get red ones.
Red ones and blue ones. So
blue ones for winter, red ones for summer.
That's right. Right. And green ones for Christmas.
And then red ones for winter too. Sometimes.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Law.
Jack Frost nipping at your nose.
At your nose.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir. I'm doing the
Tony Hammock.
Tony Hammock is here.
Tony Hammock is here.
Tony
if
Hammock.
you have not seen
it's a new gold standard for Tony Hammock.
Check it out.
Checking it out today. Next up, Tony Hammock.
One of our most important shows.
Yeah, especially right now. Because, hey, the American dollar is probably going to crash here before long. So.
Hey, and you want to know what to do, right?
Right.
And these trying economic times, the New Gold Standard is a show you want to watch. I have not been an avid listener, but the little that I have actually interacted with Tony Hammock and watched his show, I have done well.
Word up. All right, so it's about time for us to get out of here.
Watch it. Be prepared. The New Gold Standard.
Watch it, buddy.
It's up next.
Watch it.
10 minutes away. Is it 10 or what? 5?
Yeah, it's 10 minutes away.
10 minutes away.
10 minutos.
Minutos.
Amigos.
Yeah, what he said.
I have not seen the hole in my office yet, Larry. I'll swing by there later today.
There's a hole in your office.
I'd like to thank everybody for joining us on the Morning Drive today. We'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel, on Thanksgiving Day. So until then, my friends, God bless you and keep you. We love you. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
And this has been
The Morning Drive.